Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning, Mr. Richard. How you doing? Hey, I can't complain. Just ready to get you the funding you want and proceed further. I I noticed. Do you mind? Maybe I call you right back. It seems like your phone is slightly low, or could you cut up your volume higher? Yes, that's a lot better. You can hear also, Yusuf. Yes, I can hear you better now. So, what I wanted to ask you, because I'm also, like I stated before, I am doing some training, and I kind of am. It is slightly time sensitive, so let me I just kind of want to start from the beginning. Um, Number one, you have purchased your property, or you haven't? Okay, okay, okay. Got you, got you. Okay, perfect, perfect. Uh, Hold on one second. Okay. And some of these questions I already know because I speak with the general contractor that's working with you. So I already know that you purchased it, but like I said, we're doing training, so I kind of want to go through it as if we're starting from the top. Um, yeah, yeah. So basically, you purchased your property. All right. How much would you say your property is worth? You said 80,000. 82,000. Okay, and you did split the property. That's for now. Yes, and you did split the property in two, correct? I said you did split the property in two, correct? So it is. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. And like I said, I already know exactly what you're getting the loan for, but I just wanna, I'm just like I said, we're doing training. So I wanna, I'm just gonna ask you the questions again. Like I said, I already know all of this because I spoke with you. I just spoke with the lender that we're gonna be working with, everything. But we just kind of starting from the top to the bottom. Okay, is this loan for rehab, cash out refi, home construction, or new build? Okay, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. And do you have an LLC? Uh huh. Okay. It's not. Okay, so right now the property is in the name of is in your name, right?
Treasure.
Right.
And
Yeah,
my wife.
it's
Yeah.
it's in your name and your wife's name. Okay, so now we are okay. Let me just type that is the property in your name or LLC. You said your name. Now, if it's in your name, we're gonna have to transfer it over to. If it's in a personal name, we're gonna have to transfer it over to a LLC because
Why?
they.
What the advantage you got on that?
Yeah, the reason why is because of the consumer laws. If you in lenders for the purpose of in investors like yourself, because you're going to be selling this house to a home buyer, so you will be the investor in this situation. Because of that, in the consumer laws, it has the property name has to be in a LLC because they can lend money to a LLC to another company, but they can't lend money a to just a home buyer or a consumer. They would have to go through another, a financial institution or a credit union or a mortgage broker for that purpose. This is a commercial loan, so it has to be utilized commercial, which is no objective. It's very, very easy to transfer a property from your name to a LLC name. It only takes, I don't know what, less than a day, to really do it. You just sign some documentations, a quick claim deed, or warranty deed. In your case, you could do a quick claim deed because you own the property and you're just transferring the property from your personal name to your company name. So that's how we would have to do it. But it's less than a day. Um,
That's how. Okay, so the company that I have now, I can just put that property under it like I bought it for that property. That's correct.
right, right, right. Now,
Okay.
for future purposes, if if your buyer had purchased the property through like a perm loan, which mean that they would get the approval and everything, then you could just sell it because it wouldn't be based on your credit score. It would be based on the GC's credentials and it would be based on the buyer's credentials. But since you're gonna build the home first before you find a buyer to get approved, then and a lot of people, just being honest, there's pros and cons to everything. So a lot of people do not necessarily like perm loans because the buyer will have to start making payments on the home um, as it's being built. So that can be typically 3 months to 6 months, even up to 8 months, depending on the size of the home. Um, but in this case, with you just doing a investment loan, all you need to do is transfer the property, and we can help you with that. Transfer the property into a LLC or
LLC.
right or incorporation, whatever you have, and then we can proceed. So my last question, my name is, if it's in a person name, we would need to transfer. I'm just typing some of this stuff up. We would need to transfer the property into a LLC or INC unless the buyer was using a perm loan. Most do not because payments start at the beginning of the home being built. Okay. All right. So we went over, you already have your property. We went over how much your property is worth. And we might as well split that in two since it is two. So we're going to say divided by two. So that is roughly what, 41,000 per lot. I actually thought it was a little less than that. So that's good. That's very good. Is it one property or two? We already said it's two. Is this a loan? New bill? Do you have an LLC? Yes, yes. Okay, so now let's get down to how much do you make per month? Or how much can you show proof of bank statements that you make per month?
Okay. So before I put it on that, let's ask you a question. Number one, if I put that on my LLC, around how much that will cost me, and then to transfer that, is that gonna cost me money?
Yeah, very little, less than $500. You know, somewhere around up in that range, or less than that. So it won't. It won't. Yeah, 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 yeah. It won't. Yeah, it won't cost that much, and it could cost more if you was going through a title company, but because we've been doing this for a decade or more, we can definitely help you with that, and that won't be an issue at all. Um, yeah, very small objective for what.
That is something you can help me out with, right?
Yes, sir. We have an in-house department that can help you with that. Okay, and
Okay.
so and how much? So
Less than 500.
right, roughly 500, give or take. You know, but normally it's a little less than 500 or close to it. So
Okay.
how much do you make per month?
I think it's about 13, 12, 1300, 12 and 13,000 now because that's the economy is down. But when it's up, I make about 19 to 20 sometimes thousand.
19 to 20.
Because I'm an owner operator.
Right, owner operator. Okay, and I'm glad you said that because that was my next question. What business?
For now, sometimes I make 2,000 a week because of the situation. You know, see what I mean? That will come up about 12 to 13. The less money I make monthly is gonna be at 10,000.
Okay, at least it's 10,000, perfect. And that's after expenses. That's net or gross.
Yeah, that's gross income.
That's gross income. Okay. Either way it go, I already know you're in the approval range. So we already, like I said, we just kind of going through this again just to keep things fresh. Okay, and what other question I want to ask you, and how much could you bring to the table? When I talked to Rio, when I talked to the general contractor, they mentioned that you want to do around about 200,000 in budget for each lot. So how much do you think you can bring to the table?
No, it's 171, but they put it 5% up just in case that is each room come in 178. That means 300 for two. For the two room is gonna be 357. But if it's out of 5%, it's gonna be 342. But this is end case.
Right. So just speaking hypothetically, just let's just say, but how much can you bring to the table for each, for one lot? Let's just talk about one lot because the second lot is going to be pretty much the same as the first lot. So how much can you bring down?
But the thing is, they doing combo for me. They doing combo. That means that anytime I supposed to spoke for two because that's what they said, and then that's gonna be best for me. That we went for. It's gonna be for two houses. So we don't do it one by one. All the project I have is always together.
Yeah, we can try to we can do two at the same time. So you can get more funding at the same time. However, the more funding you get, the more you're gonna have to bring to the table because they do roughly about 70% LTV. So how much do you think you can bring down? I mean, like to the table.
But I don't know because I don't know how much the company charge for because I know if I put that on their business, usually they're gonna ask me about 20 something percent because the business I know how much they charge for business. It's already back. But if